What's up, guys? Today I'm going to talk to you about the differences between a shoe that has a vulcanized sole and a shoe that has a cup sole. And then I'm going to talk about which kind of shoe I prefer for different kinds of skating.
When I was a kid, I didn't know what a heel bruise was. But now it seems like there's never a day when I don't have either a heel bruise or a sprained ankle. So you've got to find shoes that you're not going to sprain your ankle in. But these shoes have to also give you enough support so you don't get heel bruises.
So first we're going to look at vulcanized shoes. The main ones are Vans and Chuck Taylors. People like vulcanized shoes because they're really thin and they give you a lot of board feel. If you're just learning how to skateboard, I would suggest going with a vulcanized shoe. It's going to be easier to learn new tricks when you can feel your board.
When you can feel what's going on beneath your feet, you can feel every little crack in the sidewalk, it kind of brings you back to when you first started skateboarding, and it makes skateboarding fun again. I don't want a shoe that's so stiff I can't feel what's going on beneath my feet. I personally think that a thin-soled shoe is the best way to protect yourself from getting a sprained ankle. It's way harder to roll your ankle in a thin-soled shoe, especially a vulcanized shoe. A shoe with a really thick sole makes it really easy to roll your ankle. I used to always skate high-top shoes, and they're really great for protecting your ankle, but it makes everything feel so stiff. You can't really bend your ankle the right way for a kickflip if you have these really stiff high-top shoes. Having a low-top, thin, vulcanized shoe is going to allow you to bend your ankle the right way to do a kickflip. So in my opinion, if you're a beginner and you're just learning how to skateboard, you are better off with a vulcanized shoe. But certain kinds of skateboarding work better with certain kinds of shoes. If you are a mini ramp or vert skater, I feel like Vans or any kind of vulcanized shoe is going to work better for that kind of skateboarding because you can feel your board and there's not a lot of high impact involved in vert or mini ramp skating. The fact that you're landing in a transition takes out all the impact. You're not going to need a thick-soled shoe to protect your feet from anything if you're skating transition. Instead, you're going to want a shoe that allows you to feel your board and know exactly what you're doing with your feet. If I have cup-soled shoes on with a thick sole and I'm trying to skate mini ramp, I am terrified the whole time that I'm going to roll my ankle. I just don't feel comfortable doing any of my normal tricks. If your foot lands sideways with a thick-soled shoe in transition, you have a really good chance of spraining your ankle. If you're trying to learn new flip tricks, I would go with a thin vulcanized shoe because it's going to allow you to feel your board. And the more you can feel your board, the easier it is to learn flip tricks. The one bad thing about having a thin sole is heel bruises. You can get heel bruises if you jump down gaps or if you land primo. So if you land on the side of your board, right in your arch, and you have vulcanized shoes, it's gonna hurt. If you're doing flip tricks and you're landing primo a lot, to the point that you can't actually walk or continue to try the trick, I would probably buy a cup-soled shoe. If you've been skating for a while, you know your flip tricks, and you're one of those guys that likes to jump down stuff, I would go with a cup-soled shoe. Certain kinds of shoes are better for certain kinds of skateboarders. My friends Will and Jesus come to the park a lot, and these guys jump down stuff. They like to skate rails, they like to skate stairs and gaps. When they get to the park, they just start throwing their body down gaps over and over and over. If you're this kind of skater, you're still kind of young, and you like to throw your body down gaps, a cup-soled shoe might be right for you. The cup sole is going to cup around your heel and prevent heel bruises. It's going to be a little bit thicker give you a little more support if you're one of these guys that is just abusing your body over and over and over. Will and Jesus are both cup sole guys. Like, I don't think I've ever seen them really mess up their ankle. They usually know how to fall. These guys know how to take a fall because they've had some practice. They've been throwing themselves down gaps since they were little kids. So these guys know how to fall. If I was going to land primo, I would rather land primo in a cup-soled shoe. Or if I was going to jump down a gap, kick my board out, and not land on the board, I would definitely rather be wearing a cup-soled shoe. If you can afford it, I would suggest having both a pair of cup-soled shoes and a pair of vulcanized shoes. Because certain tricks are going to be easier in the vulcanized shoes and certain tricks are going to be easier in the cup-soled shoes. You just got to try different things and see what you like, see what works for you. And different shoes work for me at different times. So I pretty much try out different things until I can find something that I'm comfortable in, and as long as I can skate every day and actually still walk at the end of the day, I'm happy. There's lots of different insoles you can get, footprint insoles, remind insoles. Over the years, I've talked to lots of physical therapists, chiropractors, and doctors, and for me personally, I don't need a lot of cushion in my insole. I need more support. So an insole that's gonna hold my arch and hold my heel in place and in alignment. So for me, I skate power steps a lot. That's one of the best insoles for keeping your ankles in alignment, because my ankle sometimes will fall out of alignment a little bit, and the cushion doesn't really help as much with that. I've got a really high arch in my feet, so I need a little extra support right under the arch. The cup sole shoe I was skating in this video is the Etnies Maranas. This is the best cup sole shoe I've ever skated. The shape of this shoe is perfect. This shoe has a better flick than any of my vulcanized shoes. That's what I like about this shoe. It has the perfect flick. The way the upper is made is just perfect. The only thing I don't like about this shoe is what I've been saying this whole time. It doesn't have as much board feel. Another good thing about the Etnies Maranas is it's probably the toughest shoe I've ever skated. Like, I can't tear up a pair of these shoes. Now, I skate DKL grip tape. This is rubber, non-abrasive grip tape, so I don't tear up any of my shoes anymore. I can pretty much wear my shoes forever now. But when I was skating regular grip tape, these shoes last a lot longer than any other shoe I've skated. The vulcanized shoes I'm skating in this video are Vans. I skate Vans and Converse more than anything else because they are so thin and they give me so much board feel. Another thing I really like about vulcanized shoes is they have more grip. In my opinion, the waffle grip on the bottom of Vans is the best sole of any shoe ever. This sole is so much grippier than any cup sole I've ever skated. I like that gum, soft, grippy sole, especially if I'm skating transition. In my personal opinion, I'd say go out and get some Vans. Some vulcanized, low top, waffle grip Vans. I think that's the best shoe. If you get some nice insoles, throw them in a pair of Vans. In my opinion, that's the best skate shoe. I'll probably do some shoe reviews on these shoes on my other channel, and if I start doing daily videos on this channel again, I might throw some shoe reviews on some of these shoes on this channel as well. But you kind of got my opinion right there. The best shoe, in my opinion, is going to be the Vans because I can feel my board, and if I throw some insoles in there, it doesn't hurt. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions, let me know in the comments section below. I've got some of my other videos popping up in a second. Check those out. If you like this kind of content, subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.